Recording in
holding
progress.
count, and there is a huge number of caves.
So the answers are C and D.
Yes.
C and D. Very well. Let's go to Alfredo again. What is the name of the largest cave? Alfredo, you're muted.
The big room.
That's correct. And that's us. Adriana, what is stated about the largest cave?
Is the lake of 20 football fields?
Okay, so we have two answers. So the two answers are A and D. Okay, those are the two answers. Do we have any questions?
No.
Okay. Very well. So guys, well, as I told you yesterday, we are going to watch a new video, right? So we're going to start by taking a look at some vocabulary that you will hear during the video. Where is it? Here. Okay, so we're going to start with Justin. Could you read the first column of vocabulary, please?
Sure. To head out, to gleam, to court, to outsource, to deteriorate, to be hesitant, to suit.
Perfect. Let's repeat outsource.
Outsource.
Okay, so questions about this column you can ask.
Well, yes, teacher. I don't know what is to head out.
Head out means go. Like for example, instead of saying I am going to Guanacaste, you can say I'm headed out to Guanacaste.
Okay, but it's more specific, right?
It sounds like more casual, but it's a synonym.
Okay.
Yes, but it sounds maybe a little more casual.
And to gleam?
That means to shine. Shine, like a light.
Okay.
Like a diamond.
Yes, exactly.
Shine bright like a
And
diamond.
to be hesitant?
Hesitant is like when you're not sure about something. Like you can say, I would like to start studying Portuguese, but I'm hesitant. Like I'm not sure if I want to do it. Like you're having doubts.
Okay.
Okay, anything else?
Yeah, well, no.
Okay, so let's continue with Viviana. Can you read the second column, please?
To team, to convalesce,
Convalesce.
Convalesce, to be fueled by, campground for RVs, multiply, bypass, facelift, boom.
So let's repeat multiple.
Multiple.
Okay, questions?
To team, teacher.
To team is like when something is very abundant. So you can say, for example, the school is teeming with children, or the shopping mall is teeming with customers. It means like it is like very crowded or very full of something.
Okay, and to convalescence?
Convalesce. That's present de la sílaba. Convalesce. That means to recover, like when after an operation or after a disease, you have to convalesce. So it means like recovering and getting better. Okay, what else?
Wait. To be filled by campgrounds for RVs.
Those are two different
okay.
concepts. So fueled by, it's like saying motivated by. So you can say, for example, I don't know, Cristiano Ronaldo is fueled by winning trophies, right? Or this company is fueled by the money of the customer. So it's like motivated. That's like the reason why they exist.
It's like encourage.
Yes, like they are encouraged by it, like motivated, yes.
Okay. And
And a campground for RVs. Also a campground is a place to go camping. Okay? And RVs are like those vehicles that are like a car and a vehicle at the same time that people live there.
okay.
So it's like a place where they can go to park their vehicle houses. Yes.
Okay. And facelift?
It's like an aesthetical operation. Like when a person has like wrinkles and looks old, the person can get a facelift so they look
Okay.
younger. Okay, all clear? Okay, let's
Okay.
have Anthony. Could you read the third column?
Okay, post-op, order lines, order lines, sorry,
Or orderlies.
orderlies, okay. Expertise, aids, hip resurface,
Surfacing.
okay, bustle and
Okay, thank you. So let's repeat some words, guys. Let's say number 3, expertise. Okay, and let's repeat the other one, aids.
aids.
And here let's say bustle without the T, bustle. Okay, questions over there?
In this context, expertise is like the skill.
Yes, like experience.
Okay.
Yes, like experience, the skills of a person. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
What else? No questions?
Well, orderlies.
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 Orderlies are people that work in a hospital, but they are not like doctors or nurses. They are
Like residents.
Yes, like the people that help, like taking clothes to the laundromat or taking medicines to the patients, but they are not like, they don't know like
All
they
the other
didn't
staff.
study medicine. Exactly, like they didn't study medicine. They are just like cleaning and organizing.
Okay.
Yes.
FDA is Federal Drug Administration.
FDA means Food and Drug Administration. Yes. Yes, it's like the organization in the US that controls like the medicines and what's legal and what's not.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do the next column.
Sure. Sorry. In this context, post-op is like an office visit.
No, post-op means post-operation.
Okay.
After an operation or a surgery.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else in that column? Yep. So let's go to the next one. Let's have Adriana. Can you read the fourth column?
Metal socket. Metal socket. FDA. Clincher. Clinical trial. Ground zero. Intestinal disorder and out of pocket.
Okay, very well. Any questions?
And no. Well, just
Go ahead.
clincher.
So the clincher is an aspect or an argument that convinces you to do something. So for example, we can say, I wasn't going to buy this cell phone, but the price was a clincher. So it means like it convinced me.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. So Ashley, you can read the next one. Yes, the last one.
And first rate, far less radical, state of the art, alongside.
Okay, questions there? Okay, is everything clear with the vocabulary before we move on to the next practice?
What is state of the art?
It's like saying the latest technology. So it's like, so in the video they say like this hospital has state of the art like technology. So it's like the latest technology. Mhm.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
What video, teacher?
What, sorry?
What video, sorry?
No, we're going to watch it.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes, so that phrase is going to appear in the video, or you can say like, the new PlayStation has a state-of-the-art chip or processor, right? So it's like the latest one. That's like the idea. Okay, anything else?
That's so.
Okay, so we're going to do a little practice, guys. So we're going to complete this sentence.
Teacher,
Yes?
sorry, can you repeat what means boom?
So can you repeat what boom means?
Okay, what boom means?
Boom is like when a thing is very popular. So you can say like, right now we're living the boom of TikTok, right? So it's like
The boom.
when something is very
okay.
popular.
Cuando
Ya.
sienta el boom de este
Not that one. It's no.
That's another boom.
Okay.
Yes, that's a different type of boom. Okay. So guys, you can continue with this practice.
Teacher.
You needed to take a photo. Sorry.
Yes, thank you. Ready.
Okay. Very well. You're ready, guys. Yes.
I think.
Okay. So we're going to complete this practice in first. You're going to complete the sentences with the correct option from the box. So you're going to have exactly 5 minutes to do it. Okay. After 5 minutes, we come back to check it.
No.
What happened, Adri? Sorry.
No, just a second.
Okay. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Give me just a second to take attendance before I send you to first. Adriana Arias,
Present.
Adriana Sancho, Alfredo,
Present.
André, Anthony,
Your
Ashley,
Here.
Justin,
Here.
Karen,
Here.
Natasha, Sebastián, Sofía Castro, Sofía Méndez, Viviana,
Present.
Jocelyn. Okay.
Hello, how are you?
Let me see. Sí, la verdad es que creo que voy a batear porque llegué tarde, entonces no tengo idea.
Pero sí sabes cuál es.
Sí, o sea, sí, pero como llegué tarde, entonces no sé los
Vean,
significados.
vean, voy a compartir esto, le sacas un print. Vamos a ver.
Ah.
¿Lo ves ahí, no?
Se ve como, ahí sí, denme un segundo.
Ok, si quieres sácalo así.
A ver. Listo.
Ok,
Muchas gracias.
con gusto. Vamos a ver.
Punto clave.
The summer millions foreign lands for vacation, adventure, tourism, or just beautiful.
Summer millions for game, lands for vacation, adventure, tourism, or just a beautiful beach. Entonces, summer.
Beach. Entendí, beach.
Ah, no. Millions. Millions, what?
Vamos a ver. Foreign son extranjeros, tierras extranjeras. Foreign lands.
¿Cuál?
Foreign lands means tierras extranjeras, como tierras extranjeras para vacaciones. Tierras para extranjeros. Porque foreign significa extranjeros. Vamos a ver, this summer. Ese verano, millones de...
Sí, no es esa que usted dice.
Es que foreign, o sea, dice, este verano, millones.
¿Sí? Olvidaron como que, ajá, las islas para vacacionar, Pero millones o qué? Kinds of other lies. ¿Qué es eso? Pero estas palabras no son las que estaban arriba, ¿verdad?
No. Vea, la única de arriba es boom. Y de clincher, que significa punto clave. Sí, no todas. No
Qué
todas.
lindo este teacher, ¿ah?
Vamos a ver si farless, radical, boom,
O sea,
somewhat.
este video va a estar terrible.
Sí.
Bueno, ahí sigamos con la segunda.
Con la segunda, y la que caiga va la primera. But how about
Hip
hip
surgery.
surgery?
Ah,
Surgery es cirugía.
ajá.
Or
Or a
multiplace or a facelift. Creo que es la K. Una cirugía para un multiplace o para un facelift es el estiramiento facial.
¿Y qué es hip?
Hip,
Espere, ya le di.
here.
Cadera.
Cadera.
Ajá. Pero, bueno, no. Sí. Sí, es esa. Entonces voy a poner aquí que la segunda acá.
Ok, la 2 es la K.
La 3.
La 3 dice, in fact, they are trying to get more people.
To outsource their own healthcare.
Outsource their own healthcare.
Es que no sabemos qué significan todas esas palabras. Estrés, ¿verdad?
Demasiado, pero voy a buscar aquí en ese diccionario. Lo que pasa es que no hay mucho tiempo.
No, o sea, solo hicimos la dos, digamos. Y no es culpa de nosotras, es lo peor, es que no se entiende, pero nada.
No. Y tenemos 5 minutos, dijo el profe. Outsource significa subcontratar. De hecho, ellos están
Tratando de tener más personas para contratar en su propio, puede ser, no sé, healthcare, digamos. Ajá. Healthcare.
Fue pucha,
So,
¿qué será?
que es kinds of, vamos a ver, kinds of, tipos de order. Tipos de órdenes es la F, nada que ver.
Sea tonto.
No. ¿Qué habías dicho usted que era courting?
Courting. Déjeme ver arriba. Court pequeño. Court pequeño.
Pequeño, siempre. Courting. Entonces dice que es como cortejando sus business. The hospital.
Cortejando. Cortejando es como
No sé qué es cortejando tan siquiera, digamos.
cortejar es, ay,
Did you
Recording in
complete,
progress.
sentence number 1?
Teacher, I was thinking in number 1 because I don't know. The summer millions for England's vacation, adventure, tourism, or just a beautiful beach. I don't know.
You can help guys.
Jay,
Teacher, we don't know too.
Okay, so
we
it
don't
is,
know either.
we don't know either. So it
Thank
is,
you.
Hit it out. Yeah,
so,
that makes sense.
so can you read the complete idea now? Just
Yes, this summer, millions hit it out to foreign lands for vacation, adventure, tourism, or just a beautiful beach.
Very good.
Can I
Let's
do
say,
number 1? Do
Head
number
it
2?
out.
Sorry, head it out. Okay,
Okay, yeah, sure.
Head it
Go
out.
ahead.
okay. But
it out.
how about hip surgery or a multiple bypass or a facelift?
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay, let's continue with, well, Karen was not here, right? So let's have Adriana Arias. Okay, Adriana, could you help us with number 3? Okay, so let's have Alfredo.
Number 3, in fact, they are counting their business, trying to get more people to outsource their own healthcare.
So letter I. Thank you. Let's have Ashley. Do you have number 4?
No, but
You can try.
yes.
Okay.
And the hospital has state-of-the-art technology and Eh,
What do you think, guys?
I don't know. The F.
No. Help, guys.
In number 4,
Uh-huh.
Number 4 is G.
here's the clincher.
Y here's the clincher. Este es el factor decisivo, el precio.
Exactly. So, Ashley, can you read the sentence again with the correct option?
The hospital has state-of-the-art technology, and here's the clincher, the price.
Very good. Vivi, do you have number 5?
He estimates he would have had to pay over $1,000 out of type of operation.
No, it's not H.
Pocket.
It's E. And let's say that the number is 100,000.
His own pocket.
His own pocket. 100,000.
Actually, people there have to pay a lot of money out of pocket for a surgery.
Yes, well, we are lucky here in Costa Rica.
Yeah, actually.
So, Viviana, can you read the sentence again with the correct option?
Okay, he estimates he would have had to pay over $1,000 out of his own pocket.
Very good. Anthony, number 6.
We sell. Okay, we sell kinds of orderlies. Orderlies, all kinds of aides. Maybe one are in on duty or the whole floor of the hospital.
Adriana Arias, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, you can do number 7, please.
Everything is cheaper here. Sorry. Everything is cheaper here. Boom, in India. No, sorry, I don't know. Type of operation, I think.
What do you think, guys?
Particular labor.
Yes, the correct answer is C. So can you read it again, Adri?
Huh?
You can read it again with option C.
Sorry. Everything is cheaper here, particularly labor and malpractice insurance.
Thank you. Let's have Alfredo, number 8.
I was having any type of operation in the foreign. I was far less radical having any type of operation in a foreign country.
What do you think, guys?
Yes. I
Yes.
don't know, but I'm going to say yes.
The correct answer is D.
Yeah, it was.
Ay, Alfred.
Someone hesitant. Sorry.
So can you read it again, Alfredo?
Okay, I was somewhat hesitant about having any type of operation in a foreign country.
Justin, number 9.
Okay. The hospital fueled by India's growing middle class. The hospital boom in India was fueled by India's growing middle class.
Very good. Let's repeat. Fueled.
Fueled. Okay.
Like gasoline, right?
Yep.
Fuel.
Field.
Very
Don't
good.
say that word, teacher.
Field.
Yes, I don't want you to again.
Recopy,
Ladrones.
I thought you were talking about the song by Daddy Yankee. I thought you were going to sing.
No, we're
No, we're talking about.
complaining about recopy, teacher.
Yes, yeah, I understood now because since Alfredo was singing a reggaeton song like at the beginning of the class, I thought it was because of that. Okay, and Ashley, let's try number 10.
Oh my God.
Ashley, let's try number 10.
Wait. His produce is
Procedure.
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 His procedure is far less radical and doesn't involve cutting the thigh bone.
Let's repeat cutting.
Cutting.
Okay, do we have any questions?
Big.
Okay, so you can take a photo of the answers if you want to. We're going to watch the video after that.
Ready?
Ready.
Okay. So guys, before we watch the video, I'm going to show you the list of questions that we're going to answer. Okay. So yes, you can also take out a notebook or a piece of paper to take notes. Okay. Let's take a look at the questions. Karen, can you read number 1?
Of course. What do millions of people do every year, and what are increasingly
Adriana,
combining?
number 2, which is?
Which is the top destinations for tourists looking for healthcare? Why is healthcare so attractive there?
Thank you. So let's repeat health care.
Health.
Healthcare.
Alfredo.
Number 3, right?
Yes, please.
What health issue did Byron Bonwell have? How was he able to solve his situation?
Yes. Sorry. Viviana, what video are you talking about? Sorry. I don't remember it.
The video of the
We're going to see
man
that
cooking.
No, I know, but
I know. Yesterday, I don't remember.
the two.
Was yesterday or the before day? The video who the man was talking.
The TED talk about minimalism. Okay, yeah, sure. I will look it up in a second. Okay, let's continue reading. So Viviana, can you read number 4, please?
What was Kim Atwater's experience like? How did she feel initially? Did she feel the
Let's say
same way
initially.
afterward? Why?
Initially.
Initially.
Justin, number 5.
Which other country wants to become the world leader in medical tourism? What steps are they taking towards that goal?
Ashley?
How did the Indian middle class contribute to the addition of the new private hospitals?
Anthony, number 7.
Poor doctors Pravin Kilnani and Vikas Kohli. I don't know
That's okay.
how much less do they make in their country than in the US. Why did they go back?
Karen.
Let me see. Okay, yeah. Why did Stephanie Wire decide to have a hip resurfacing procedure?
Let's say resurfacing.
Resurfacing.
And the last one, Alfredo. What are?
What are some of the drawbacks to medical
Let's say tourism. Okay. Do we have any questions there? So give me a second to look for the other video. I'm going to send a link to Diana before we continue. TED Talk. It is this one, Diana. I'm going to send you the link on the chat. You're welcome. But this is not for evaluation. It was
Okay, thank you.
from the previous module, just in case. Okay.
Okay.
So let me look for the new video. This one. Okay, so I'm going to project the video and the questions at the same time, so you can take notes and look at the questions while you see the video. Okay, ready? Okay. Do you see the video here in the corner?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Each summer,
Yes.
millions of us head off to foreign lands for vacation, adventure, tourism, or just to simply sit on a beautiful beach. But how about hip surgery or a multiple bypass? A growing number of tourists are doing just that, combining holidays with health care. And that's because a growing number of countries are offering first-rate medical care at third-world prices. Many of these medical tourists can't afford health care at home. The 40 million uninsured Americans, for example. Others are going for procedures not covered by their insurance, infertility treatment, a facelift. And as we found out in April of 2005, the hospitals in these faraway countries are glad to have these medical tourists. In fact, they were courting their business, hoping to get more people to outsource their own health care. Thailand, an exotic vacation land known for its Buddhas, its beaches, its brothels, the bustle of Bangkok. But for people needing medical care, it's known increasingly for Bumrungrad Hospital, a luxurious place which claims to have more foreign patients than any other hospital in the world. It's like a United Nations of patients here. They're cared for by more than 500 doctors, most with international training. The hospital has state-of-the-art technology, and here's the clincher, the price. Treatment here costs about 1/8 what it does in the United States. That's right, 1/8. Kurt Schroeder is the CEO of Bumrungrad.
This place where we're sitting right now is the #1 international hospital in the world.
It's sort of ground zero. I haven't heard anybody yet who's told us that they take more than 350,000 international patients a year.
One of them is Byron Bonnywell, who lives 12,000 miles away in Shreveport, Louisiana, where he owns and runs a campground for RVs. A year and a half ago, he had a heart attack, and his doctor told him he really needed bypass surgery.
They told you were going to die.
Yeah, they did tell me I was going to die.
You did not have insurance.
Did not have insurance, no.
Right.
He estimates he would have had to pay over $100,000 out of his own pocket for the operation he needed, a complicated quintuple bypass.
And did you actually decide not to do it?
Yeah, I did. I guess I'd rather die with a little bit of money in my pocket than live poor.
He says his health was deteriorating quickly when he read about Bumrungrad Hospital.
I was in my doctor's office one day having some tests done, and there was a copy of Business Week magazine there, and there was an article in Business Week magazine about Bumrungrad Hospital. And I came home and went on the internet and made an appointment, and away I went to Thailand.
He made that appointment after he learned that the bypass would cost him about $12,000. He chose his cardiologist, Dr. Chad Wanishiwad, after reading on the hospital's website that he used to practice at the National Institutes of Health in Maryland.
That's where he practiced for a number of years.
Right.
Every doctor that I saw there has practiced in the United States.
You never called him?
No, never talked to him.
But 3 days after walking into the hospital, he was on the operating table. 2 weeks later, he was home.
How you feeling?
Wonderful. I wish I had found them sooner, because I went through a year. I was in bad shape. I couldn't walk across the room.
How was the nursing? How was the treatment?
I found it so strange in Thailand because they were all registered nurses. Being in the hospital in the United States, we see all kinds of orderlies, all kinds of aides, maybe one RN on duty on the whole floor of the hospital. In Thailand, I bet I had 8 RNs just on my section of the floor alone. First-class care.
That's what the hospital prides itself on. It's first-class medical care, which it can offer so cheaply because everything is cheaper here. Particularly labs about any kind of treatment, from chemotherapy to plastic surgery. Kim Atwater from Bend, Oregon was on vacation in Thailand when she decided to combine sightseeing with a bit of an eye lift.
Were you at all nervous about having an operation done in Thailand?
Yes. Yes, I was somewhat hesitant of having any type of an operation in a foreign country, and it turned out to be just beyond my expectations.
But not beyond her budget, $1,500, and that included a private room.
How would you describe the difference between this place and an American hospital?
It's much nicer than any that I've ever stayed in the United States.
The rooms look more like hotel rooms than hospital rooms, and that's no accident. The idea was to make the whole hospital look like a hotel, and a 5-star hotel at that. Take a look at the lobby. Boutiques and restaurants to suit every taste and nationality.
Part of the concept was to create an environment when people came in, they didn't feel like they were in a hospital.
What's wrong with, I mean, this is a hospital. What's wrong with looking like a hospital?
Because nobody really wants to go to a hospital.
Would you go back?
Oh, I'm going back this fall, yeah.
Why?
I'm going back to see my doctor and have a checkup again.
You'll have to take a 22-hour flight, but there's even an upside to that.
Is it true that I can pay for a checkup with frequent flyer miles?
Well, we do have a very unique relationship with Thai Airways. So you can buy a ticket, you can use frequent flyer mileage to get your checkup.
Whatever it takes to get your business.
And this is not the only hospital trying to outsource healthcare, is it?
Oh my goodness, no. We certainly have not gone unnoticed. There are hospitals throughout Asia, throughout India.
India wants to become the world leader in medical tourism and might just make it. Alongside the familiar images of the country, teeming, dusty streets, poverty, you can add a gleaming new private hospital. This hospital opened only 7 weeks before we got there. It was already expanding. The hospital boom in India was fueled by India's growing middle class who demanded access to quality health care. Now the country known for exporting doctors is trying hard to import patients. The most important player is the Apollo Group, the largest hospital group in India, 3rd largest in the world. Anjali Kapoor Bissell is a director of Apollo's International Patient Office.
Why is it important to get foreign patients here?
It makes sense to establish India as sort of like the world destination for healthcare.
That's the ambition, that India should become the world
Destination for healthcare, that's right.
But why should foreigners come here? Well, it's even cheaper than Thailand for most procedures, with prices about 10% what they would be in the U.S. Anne Bell works at the British High Commission in New Delhi. She just had a baby and says she's glad she was here and not in England.
There's been no pressure to go home after the delivery. We've been welcome to stay as long as we want. They're looking after the baby, they're looking after me, giving me enough time to get settled and confident enough to go back home. Often in the UK, you might be out of the hospital within 5 hours if you've had a normal delivery.
And in the UK, she wouldn't have had a private room with a private bath, not to mention massages, yoga too. And the doctors? Indian doctors are known worldwide. They speak English, and they're often the very same doctors you may have had in Europe or America, where many of them practiced before returning to India.
Do you find that many Indian doctors are coming back now because of hospitals such as this one?
Yes, a large number are coming back because they have something to come back to.
Dr. Praveen Kilnani, a pediatric intensive care specialist, worked at several American hospitals, including Mass General. Dr. Vikas Kohli is a pediatric cardiologist who worked at hospitals in New York and Miami. Both need sophisticated equipment to care for their patients, something India didn't have before the birth of private hospitals like Apollo. They both wanted to come back to India, despite the fact that medical care costs much less here, partly because doctors make much less.
How much less do you make here than you made in the States?
Maybe the 10th or 20th of what we were making in the U.S.
They wanted to come back, they say, because they felt their expertise was needed here in India much more than in America.
There are probably 1,500 to 2,000 pediatric cardiologists in US. I would be one of them. In India, there were just 4 of us. I was very passionate about working for Indian kids.
And since there are so many Indians who require the kind of care only you can offer, why is there such a strong drive to attract foreign patients?
Who doesn't mind extra money flowing in?
Stephanie Settlemyer didn't want to spend the tens of thousands it would have cost her for the hip surgery she needed, and she didn't have insurance. So with her daughter by her side, she flew from Vero Beach, Florida, to the Apollo Hospital in Chennai. She'd never been to India before, but she already knew quite a bit about Indian doctors.
My doctor actually in Vero Beach, she's an Indian doctor. So why not go where they come from?
When you took this decision to come to India for surgery, did any of your friends back in Florida say, "Are you crazy?"
All of them. Hardly anybody said, "Oh, great idea."
But she didn't come here just to save money. She came for an operation she couldn't get at home. It's called hip resurfacing, and it's changed people's lives. It hasn't been approved yet by the FDA, but in India, Dr. Vijay Bose has performed over 300 of them. He showed us the difference between a hip resurfacing and hip replacement, which is the standard operation performed in the United States. He said his patients usually recover faster because his procedure is far less radical and doesn't involve cutting the thigh bone.
Now that's a model of a pelvis, and that's the femur or thigh bone as we call it, and that's the hip joint. And hip replacement, unfortunately, this bone has to be chopped off.
Instead, Bose fits a metal cap over the end, which fits into a metal socket in the hip. The result, he says, is that patients end up with enough mobility to do virtually anything.
So my patients, play football, basketball, whatever you want, not a problem.
Right crutch, then the left leg.
Until the FDA approves it, the only way to have this operation in the U.S. is by getting into a clinical trial. But be warned, it isn't cheap.
How much does it cost in the States?
I believe it costs something from $28,000 to $32,000 US dollars.
Between $28,000 and $32,000?
That's correct.
And here, what did it cost you?
$5,800.
Including food, service, nurses, the works.
Private nurse after surgery. And feeling always that they were just totally attentive. If you rang the bell next to your bed, boop, somebody was there immediately.
Sound too good to be true? Don't forget, it's at least a 20-hour trip. There is malaria in parts of India. Patients have complained of intestinal disorders, and if something goes wrong, you could end up suing for malpractice in an Indian court. And one could only wish you the best of luck. But Stephanie Settlemyer feels she's already had more luck than she had any right to expect. By the time we left India, she was into the tourism part of her treatment, convalescing at a seaside resort an hour's drive from the hospital.
Is this standard that when somebody gets surgery at a hospital here, they'll come to a resort like this afterwards?
Yeah, they suggest it.
This, too, is not very expensive, is it?
$140 a day.
For you and your daughter?
For myself and my daughter, including an enormous, fabulous breakfast that they serve until 10:30.
I think a lot of people seeing you sitting here in what's usually called post-op and hearing your tales of what the op was like are going to start thinking about India.
Yeah, and combining surgery and paradise.
Okay, so guys, do we have any questions about the video?
Those hotels are amazing, teacher.
Have you gone there?
Yeah, I wish to be there.
Yeah, they look good and they are cheap. Well, according to the video.
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, in pairs we're going to discuss the questions. So yes, try to say developed answers. Okay, try to say long ideas. Okay. Ready?
Ready.
Yes.
Ready.
out to foreign lands for vacation, adventure, tourism, or just to
Really, can you send a link to your group, like on
Okay.
WhatsApp,
Teacher, I found the video.
please? Because I was looking for it and I never found like the exact video. Yes, can you tell your classmates to watch it before Monday, please?
Okay.
And you can also send them the questions. Mhm. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So, Anthony, what do millions of people do every year and what are they combining? So, Anthony, what do millions of people do every year and what are they combining?
Do every year. What are they increasingly combining? I don't know, teacher.
Diana, what is your answer?
The moment, I'm trying to see the picture. Okay.
So what is the main idea of the video? What are patients doing instead of going to local hospitals? What do they do, guys?
Okay, instead of going local hospitals, they goes to
What can they?
what? What?
Okay, can you say that again? Instead of going to local hospitals, they?
They go to they go to Indian hospitals or Indian. I don't know how to call that kind of hospital.
Okay, you can say that they go to hospitals in other countries.
Okay, okay. They go to hospital in other
Yes,
countries.
so they are combining a vacation and healthcare, basically, right? So they're
Okay,
combining their healthcare and their vacation.
okay.
Okay.
Let me.
They're combining their healthcare and their vacation.
And he said that this the CCO
Yes, and what is the top
was
destination?
the number one
What
in the
country is
hospital
that?
in the world.
Top destination.
Yes, what is the top destination? What country is that?
Well, he talked about Thailand, about
After that,
United States. He was first in United States. After that, he goes
he
to
went to
Thailand. He goes to
Yes, and why is healthcare so
Thailand.
attractive there, Anthony?
Yeah, he went
What are the clinchers?
to Thailand.
Okay.
What are the clinchers?
Why is healthcare so attractive there? Because
we're still answering number 2.
Sorry, that is about number 3.
Yeah, it's so attractive because of the because of the prices and because of the structure of the hospital, because they didn't see them like a normal hospital. They see them like a hotel.
Yes. Okay, very good. And so, Bibi, you can tell me about Byron Bonwell. What problem did he have and how did he solve it? So, Bibi, you can tell me about Byron Bonwell. What problem did he have and how did he solve it?
I don't remember. He talked, well, I'm not sure, but he talked, or they talk about bypass, and they had a lot of appointments. before the operation or the situation that he had, and the appointment was $12,000 for evaluation in the International Institute. And he talked about everything is cheaper there because
So in his country,
it's a lot of
you can say very expensive. So what did he do?
Expensive. Very expensive.
What did he do? So Anthony, what did he do to solve that problem?
Eh,
Anthony, what did he do to solve that problem?
okay, number 3, right? Okay, he traveled to an Thailand hospital.
You can say to a hospital in Thailand.
Okay, to a hospital in Thailand.
To a hospital in Thailand.
The hospital in Thailand, and he paid
It also includes,
$15, but
it
not
included
includes a private room.
Yeah, so he paid less money and included everything,
included.
basically, right?
Yeah.
No, it included it, yes. And
Okay.
Anthony, what about
I
Tim
wrote not
Atwaters?
include.
You can tell me about her.
Okay.
I don't remember much about her, but I think she failed.
Okay, so do you remember what procedure she had?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Do you remember what procedure she had?
Teacher, I'm not sure, but I listening that they
Yeah, that's a doctor's,
were
but in number 4, the question is about one of the patients, the patient that had like something weird in her eyes. Do you remember? The reporter interviewed her. The patient that got an eye lift. It was like a aesthetical procedure. Do you remember that part?
No, I don't remember.
Yes,
I don't remember.
so she was saying that she was on vacation in Thailand, but she decided to get a facelift, like a aesthetical surgery. So she said that she was like feeling nervous at first. She was hesitant, but then she was satisfied because everything went well.
Okay.
So guys, I will go to another group to see how they are doing. You can continue now. You're welcome. So guys, I will go to another group to see how they are doing.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Let me prepare. There's all the video. Only
I
6
sent you
minutes.
the video. Well, the link of the video.
Only 6 minutes. I think it's
6 minutes.
it's a few comparing to the teacher's video or not.
Well, I'm not sure. I have heard it.
What was the top destination for the tourist? What was the top destination for the tourist? The number 2. What was the answer of number 2? Thailand.
What was? Thailand.
Yeah, I'm writing them.
I need to write all the answers because I don't have it. I need to write too. Which other country wants to become the world
which other
leader
country
in medical
wants to
tourism?
become? Oh, okay,
What
India
steps
wants
are
to
they
become
towards that goal?
5. India.
India. Number 6 is
What steps are
number
they
5,
taking
Indian.
towards that goal? I don't know what steps were they doing.
No, I don't write it.
Okay, let me see. What help should it? What was the problem of Byron Bonwell, number 3?
Number 3.
Bypass.
Number three. The problem was bypass. And he resolved it. Well paid.
Okay. What
He pays
is
a doctor.
bypass? What is bypass?
What? Bypass es la operación que le hacen en toda la panza y le quitan la panza. Que le hacen a las personas que son muy obesas.
Okay, thank you.
Bueno, ya alguien pasó el video. Ese es el video, perdón. Ese es el otro video.
What can experience like?
Vamos a ver la siguiente.
Hesitate.
Sí, es ese.
Okay.
Bueno, voy a compartirlos ahí.
¿A dónde? Okay.
Pucha, ¿cómo lo comparto? En el grupo lo voy a pasar. Vamos a ver, la siguiente dice. Pero qué raro, ese video no es. O no sé. Así es este. Ajá. Ok, 10 años. Vamos a ver, él dice. Ok, él dijo que él le dijo al doctor que él necesitaba una cirugía de bypass. Esa es la número. Ok, la 3.
Sí, el doctor, por eso mismo él dijo que prefería morir.
El doctor
con
le
poco
dijo a
dinero
él.
en vez de seguir viviendo pobre.
Okay, he needed a bypass surgery. Y él le dijo que él prefería morir. Ajá. Y eso debió ser sobre $100,000
Fue donde él dijo eso.
de
Pero
su
luego
propio
vio la
bolsillo
oportunidad
de
en
esa
Tailandia
operación.
y ahí fue donde decidió viajar para hacer la operación. Y ahí fue donde él tuvo y pagó menos y tuvo un cuarto privado.
Ujú. Ujú. Y su salud estaba deteriorando.
Sí. Number 4. What was Kim Atwater's
¿Por cuál vas?
experience like? How did she feel initially? Did she feel the same way afterward? Why? Okay, she felt hesitated. Number 4.
What is this? What number?
She felt hesitated.
How did she
Ajá.
felt? Hesitated.
Como...
What means hesitated?
Es que no sé cómo explicarlo, es como... Como dudoso. Como titubeante.
Ajá. Titubeante, ok.
Pero ya no sé qué sigue ahí.
Dice que ella decidió combinar sightseeing.
Recording in progress. Let's have Alfredo. You can answer number 1. What do millions of people do every year and what are they increasingly combining?
And what do they do every year is what are they doing is medical tourism.
No, that's not a question, right? What they are doing.
What they are doing is medical tourism.
And what is that in your own words, Alfredo? Can you explain that concept?
It's going to other country, enjoy going to another country, enjoy their facilities, and their hospitals, their attractive fees, and even their natural
tourism
places.
Just like tourists, like places to visit, like the nature and everything, and the hotels. Okay, very well. And Justin, what is the top destination for tourists looking for healthcare, and why is it so attractive?
Sorry, teacher. I was eating a cookie.
It's okay. Don't worry.
Wait, wait.
Okay, you can finish chewing your food.
I'm ready. Well, the top destination for tourists looking for healthcare is the Burman Grand Hospital in Thailand, and well, it is attractive because it's cheaper, and it's like, how can I say, like, como un cuarto.
Like it looks like a hotel room.
Yeah, looks like a hotel room, but it's cheaper than the cost in US. Yep.
In the US. Okay. And what else do the hospitals have, guys? What do you remember from these hospitals besides the price?
They have restaurants, good views.
Well, yeah, boutiques. With luxurious rooms.
Okay, excellent. Yes. Let's continue with Ashley. So you can tell me about Byron Bongwell. What problem did he have and how did he solve it?
He had a problem in his heart. And the doctor said that he needs
So the doctor said that
he needed
he
needed a bypass. And when he returned to his home, he looked at a magazine.
He looked at he read a magazine.
He read a magazine, and he saw something about the hospitals in Thailand, and he researched about it and sent an email.
And did he go there?
No.
Yes, he went there.
Yeah.
He went, right, and he even said that he wanted to return. Okay, very well.
Yes.
So, sorry, Viviana, what about Kim Atwater? What was her experience like? How did she feel? And did she feel the same way afterward?
Kim Water, number 4.
You're muted.
She was a aesthetic she was a
She was a what, sorry?
aesthetic place. I don't
Okay,
remember the word, teacher.
okay, she had, you can say she had a aesthetic surgery.
She went to aesthetic center or
Okay, and how did she feel about it? Was she confident or was she nervous? She felt what, sorry?
she felt held
You can say like she felt hesitant, right?
excited. I don't remember.
Like she felt hesitant at first. She felt like nervous. She had doubts, right?
Hesitant.
And after the procedure, how did she feel, guys? Was she satisfied or not?
Yeah. Then she felt confident with the place and how was her surgery and about her experience.
Yeah, so she liked it at the end, right? Very well. Yes, this is a woman that had like something weird in her eyes, right? When the reporter interviewed her. Okay. And Anthony, which other country wants to become a world leader in this practice, and what steps are they taking?
India wants to become the world's leader in medical tourism. They also start to do hospitals like that.
They started?
They started to
help?
To build.
I can say to build hospitals.
They started to build hospitals. To build hospitals like Thailand.
Yes, and what else are they offering, guys, in those hospitals? What kind of services do they offer to
I
convince
think
people? Sorry, let's start with Karin.
I think that they
Private
started
room.
to improvise their English language.
And so they started to
Im-
Good.
improve.
improve, sorry, teacher, to improve their English language to receive visitors,
Foreign.
foreign visitors, yeah.
Okay. And also they are even like offering yoga, massages and everything, right? So it's also like a spa. Okay, very well. And well, let's continue with Karen. How did the Indian middle class contribute to the addition of new private hospitals? What are the citizens doing in order to help this practice? Are they supporting these private hospitals or not?
Yes, teacher. This is the hardest one for me, but yes, they wanted to be part of this how can I say that?
This movement.
Yeah, about this movement, and they wanted to contribute on it to receive this kind of high quality healthcare.
Okay, yes, excellent. That's a good answer. Let's say contribute.
Contribute.
Okay, perfect. And Adriana, what about the doctors? You can tell me about them.
One of them is pediatrist and the other one is a cardiologist
So,
pediatrist.
one more time. One of them is a help us to remember that word. Pediatrician.
Pediatrician.
So a pediatrician, and the other one? You can say,
Biologist and pediatrician.
yes, a pediatrician, a cardiologist, we can say.
Okay, when they make 20% from what they used to do in the United States.
From what they used to?
When they used to make 20% when they was in the US, and they go back to India because
One more time in past,
they went back to India because they want to contribute to their country, and they are only fighting the country, and they feel that they are more useful in India
They are more
useful in India than in the US.
Very good. And Alfredo, would you do that if you were a doctor? Would you like return to Costa Rica even if you're making less money in order to help people? Or would you stay in the US?
It depends. If there's a lack of people able to do the work, I will back to Costa Rica. But if in this case, but if there's a lot of people doing the same work that I can do, I will consider. I would have to consider it.
Okay. Very well. And Alfredo, you can tell me about the next patient, Stephanie Sevenwire. Why did she decide to have a hip resurfacing in India?
Well, first, she used to have an Indian doctor, and she thought, why don't go where that doctor came? And came to.
Help.
Came from.
Came from. Okay. And if she had that operation in the States, she would have to pay between 28,000 or 32,000 dollars, and the same procedure, and even a new one costs $5,800.
Okay, thank you. And Justin, do you remember the difference between a hip replacement and a hip resurfacing that the doctor explained?
No, teacher, actually, no, I don't remember, but let me.
It's okay, don't worry. So
Well,
actually,
okay, maybe. No, I don't know. I don't remember.
It's okay, don't worry. So actually, what is the difference between the procedure that they apply in the US and the procedure that they do in India? Is there a difference between the two procedures according to the doctor?
That one is less aggressive than the other one.
Yes. Very good. So yes, the procedure in the US is like replacing all the bone, right? So they have like to cut it, and it is like more radical. But the one that they do in India is like only like putting like a metal socket. Do you remember the doctor explaining that it's just like fitting the bone into a piece of metal, so people are able to walk and even play sports, right? Very good. And Ashley, what are some of the drawbacks or disadvantages to medical tourism?
I only the malaria, teacher. That's the only one.
And so there's malaria in some parts of India, right? And what else, Anthony? Do you remember any other disadvantages of going to these countries?
No, I don't remember any disadvantage.
Okay, Justin? You muted yourself.
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. Well, the insurance and the malpractice, and I think that if I remember, if you go there, it's it's on your own risk.
It's
your own risk. Under your own.
Under. Usually we say at your own risk.
At your own risk. Okay.
Okay, and what about the flight? Is it a long trip, Karen?
Yeah, it could take around 22 hours. So I think that for everyone, for if there is an elder, if there, so if it's elderly people, if they are elderly people or young people, it's very I don't know. It's could be worse.
Very well. And Anthony, would you do this? Would you go like to India or to Thailand to get an operation or to have an operation?
Can you repeat, teacher?
Yes, I'm asking you, like, would you do this that these people did? Would you go to India or would you go to Thailand in order to have an operation to save some money?
I saw in the video a knee, I don't remember, like una cosa metálica, yeah, I don't remember the name.
And a metal socket.
Yeah, some kind of metal socket that they said could let people play football, basketball with that, and I was impressed. Take the risk.
Okay, Viviana, would you? Would you take the risk of going to a hospital like this in another country? Would you do it or not?
What do you say, teacher?
Would you take the risk of going to It's okay. So my question is, would you like to go to one of these hospitals or do you prefer to have a
Teacher, sorry,
procedure
my
like here in Costa
internet.
Rica? What would you do? So it depends. Yep. Depends. on the operation?
Well, depends of the operations. It depends of the operation that I have. On the operation that I have, if I can have it
I prefer.
here
I
quick,
have to travel.
I can do
Okay,
it.
excellent.
But
So is
if
everything clear with the video so far, guys?
takes a lot of time, I prefer travel.
Sorry.
I think they're turning easy.
Do you think it is easy, this video?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah.
Easier than the
One is
Moken.
easier than the Moken and
Rex.
the first one than Rex's.
Rex's video, yes. Yes, it only is. It's not that complicated. The only problem is that a lot of people are absent, so yes, that's going to be a problem next week. But no, it's okay. We can deal with that later. So guys, we're going to go to English in Common for now. Okay. And let's look for page 44. 44. You're going to find a reading about, I don't know the exact name, like a person that sailed around the world alone.
Sure, give us this user.
I cannot.
I need that PDF.
Sure, it's because this PDF is on high quality and our PDF, I don't know. It's on the floor.
It sucks.
Paragon is doesn't work very good.
Well, no, but this is the director's user. So. I mean, if I gave you that password, they would fire me like in a second.
You can download that.
No, I don't think I can. It's like a, no, it's not a PDF. It's like a program inside the web page, but I cannot like download it. Yes, it's like inside the page. Like what? How do I try that?
No,
Teacher, and if you give print
No,
of
it's
the
just-
PDF, you can do it, no?
Yes, it's like
For
dynamic.
example,
it's not like
try
a
if
image,
you try
but
to print
like,
that,
I can like even turn the pages. So it's not a PDF. It's a different like I don't know, like a different file. So I cannot like download it. It's only on the website. Yes, exactly. Okay, so guys, this is the page. Did you find it? Okay, so before we jump into the exercise, let's take a 44.
Can you?
I will give you time to take the screenshots in a second. Okay, when we go to the reading, don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we're going to discuss this question before we do the practices. So Adriana, can you read it? Do you like?
Do you like to spend a lot of time in your own? Why or why not? Do you prefer working in a group or on your own? Why, and discuss.
Okay, so Adriana, you can also answer it. Do you like to spend time on your own?
Of course. I like to spend time on myself because it's a way to take care of for my own.
Take care?
For take care of me.
Okay, of myself.
Take care of myself. In this way, I feel better.
Okay. And what about you, Karen? Do you like to spend time alone?
Teacher, yeah, I'm always alone. So, no, I live with my boyfriend, but I spend the whole day alone in my house with my kids. Yes, but I prefer to be alone. I don't know. But I don't have time. I don't have time to myself. Teacher,
So I don't have time
I don't time. I don't time.
for myself.
Yeah, I don't have time for myself. Never. I don't know what's happening with me. Maybe because of the age.
You're in a crisis.
Yeah.
And okay. And Alfredo, what about working? Do you prefer to work alone or do you prefer to work with other people?
It depends. If the other people are smart and they are productive, I like to work with other people. If don't, I prefer. If they don't,
Take 1,000, Alfred. Take 1,000.
if they don't, I prefer to work by myself.
You can say if not. If not.
If not.
Okay.
Why? I'm is not being in a part of a party or something like that. It's about work. Like in the
Okay, I
like
don't want.
in my degree thesis, we were only two who work, and other two were like tourists. But at the end, all the four got the graduation.
Yes, that's not fair.
Yes.
Okay. Well, so guys, we're going to go to the text. So, can you read the instructions for part 2, Justin?
Sure. Read the article and check the topics that are mentioned.
Okay, very well.
Are
So
mentioned.
we're mentioned. So guys, we're going to read the article in press, and you're going to put like a check mark on the articles that on the topics that they talk about. Okay. Yes, of course. So, did you already take that picture of the exercise here?
Wait,
Teacher, sorry, can you show us the picture?
Yes, of course. So, did you already take that picture? Okay, ready with that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can take the picture of the text. You can take 2 pictures because I cannot project it all at once. Give me a second. Yeah, let me see how we can put this. Okay, I think you can take one here.
Ready?
Okay, ready. And you can take another one here. Okay, that's the 2 parts. So you can read it and you're going to check the topics that they mention. If they don't mention them, you don't mark them. That's the 2 parts. So you can read it and you're going to check the topics that they mention. If they don't mention them, you don't mark them. Okay, let's go.
Ready.
Okay, let's go.
Hello. If you want, we can read one each other, right?
Hello, hello.
If you want, we can read one each other, right?
Yeah. Name. Oh, name cards.
journey.
Okay. Qué raro, tengo cortada 2 renglones de la primera parte. Bueno. On July 16, 2009, when Zach Sunderland sailed back into Marine del Rey Harbor
Ever.
in Los Angeles, California. He was welcomed as the youngest person to ever sail so around the world.
17.
Ever sailed so around the world. Zach, who was 17 years of age at the time,
This was not the first
17
time
years of
Zach
age
had
at
spent
the
long
time,
periods at sea.
spent
As a
13 months
child,
and
his
2
family
days
sailed
alone
to
at sea.
Australia, New Zealand, the UK, and Mexico. In Mexico, his father, Shrimp Wright, and Jacksman Lawrence Sunderland bought a 16-meter, 51 feet. Give me a second, please, to do this bigger. Alcurian sailboat that he and John Zach fixed up to make suitable for family life. The Sunderland family then spent 3 years on the boat, cruising around California's Channel Islands, the Baja Peninsula, and mainland Mexico. His time sailing and encounter with a book about trip around the world gave him his dream to sail solo around the world, and Zach was convinced he would achieve if he really focused on it. Both.
Okay, when he turned 16, Zach began to train himself both mentally and mentally and physically by racing, navigating, and repairing yachts. Finally, he was able to perch at 12 meters.
36.
Purchase 12 meters, 36 feet, jack, 36 feet, jack that he and his father prepared for the soul.
I think it's Christian because you only say the first part.
He creased the yacht, the Intrepid.
I'm not sure if that's the right pronunciation, but you have to read the whole word, not only the beginning. I'm not sure if that's the right pronunciation, but you have to read the whole word, not only the beginning.
Okay, christened. He chose the name because he felt that in order to make the journey, he needed a boat that was resolutely fearless, dauntless, brave, courage, and bold to carry him about the world, around the world.
Es que yo pensé que el teacher puso la vara en como bien, pero no. Okay, now I got it. Let me send out the whole photos to the group. Oh, okay. Es que no sé si voy a cortar una porque después es como que se interponen. Ay, no,
Sí,
caballo.
es que viene cortado.
Cortar. Crop. Ya. Va a pasarlo al grupo. Aquí está.
Okay.
Okay. His voyage will be harder because Zack planned to continue his education on the boat. Before sailing, before
Ay, perfecto,
setting
sí,
sail,
gracias.
Zack reported that he had all his school books with him and that he would send his assignments by email home to his mother for guarding. If his mother helped him study, he was sure he would do well. He departed from Marina del Rey on June 14, 2008 to make his way around the globe. He initially planned to make about 30 stops along his journey, beginning with Micronesia. He charted course and set sail for Oahu, Hawaii, where he could stock up on provisions and do some surfing. Although
Mhm. Although he was the only although although he was the only person aboard his boat,
communication,
Zack was not completely alone. In addition to
equipment,
having the best safety and
equipment,
communication. Okay, and communication equipment with him, equipment with him in case something went wrong. He also stayed in touch
documented,
with family, friends, and the world at large through his blog. Zack documents his experience with a video camera.
experiences,
Documented his experience with a video camera. Experiences with a video camera. At times he felt scared. If I live to see these things, so
personal diary.
everything will go well, he said to a video camera he used
Before
to
returning to
record
California,
his
Sachs
personal
eventually wrote
diary
containing 20
during the
stops,
journey.
which included places
Personal
such as the
diary.
Marshall Islands, Australia, Mauritius, South Africa, Panama, and Mexico. One of the high points of his journey was when he met the president of Marshall Islands, Litowa Tomei, who personally welcomed him to the island of Marujo. Low points including being chased by pirates off the coast of Indonesia and having his boat badly damaged on a huge storm at sea. However, he said the biggest obstacle to overcome had been sleep deprivation, and the hardest part of the journey may have been in these days just after launching 13 months before. Sorry. And the hardest part of the journey may have been the days just after launching 13 months before, but he was never discouraged enough to quit. You will not find his name among a list of world record holders, though, in a somewhat controversial move, the World Sailing Speed Record Council, WSSRC, the World Sailing Authority, refused to grant him the record as the youngest sailor to circumvent the globe solo. The WSSRC stated that although Sachs Southern Lines had sailed more than 28,000 miles, he had not sailed alone an approved route. He had only sailed around Cape Horn. His route would have been approved and he would have received the record. Zack is not Discharged. I don't know what does it mean. What are his plans now? To finish high school and to compile his writing and videos into a documentary. For Zach, it looks like smooth sailing ahead. Well, now we have to mark here some things. If you want, I can share my screen. Screen 1. Sure.
Okay, yes.
Sorry. This part. This.
Okay. Okay. Do you like explaining? No.
She's
Okay.
he's asking,
Read the article
yes.
and check the topics that are mentioned. Sex
His
parents
boat facilities, no.
is
Danger in
about
coaster,
his boat.
no. His future plans.
The first is
For me, those are the ones.
his boat facilities, no.
And that's it.
Danger is no. Description of places and his future plans.
2, 4, and 6.
Let me see my answer. 2, 4 y
I'm
6.
starving. I need to eat something.
Right.
Yes, give me a minute, please, to see if there's something to eat. We have to leave now.
Yes, it's late.
Give me a minute, please.
Okay.
There's something to eat.
Okay.
We have to leave now.
Okay.
Recording in progress.
Position. No, she didn't have any position of his parents.
He, right? He didn't have.
He
Didn't. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah. What did I say? No, teacher, I said he, but you heard.
Well, Alfredo also heard.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, that's correct. They didn't mention that. Diana, what about number 2? Yeah, Adriana, can you read?
Adriana.
It's okay, don't worry.
Yes, teacher.
So, Adriana, can you read?
His attitude about about his boat. He was amused about his boat, and he want to sail with it.
Yeah, so it is mentioned on the text, right? Very good. What about number 3, Alfredo?
The lecturer don't say anything about his boat's facilities.
The reading.
The reading.
Yes, so we don't say lecture, we say the reading. Okay, and do you agree, guys?
No.
Why not?
Which one? The number?
No, number 3, his boat's facilities.
Yes.
And why? Okay, so, well,
I think Justin knows.
so he does mention, right, like the equipment that he had, like the internet connection, the camera, yes, like all the supplies. So I would say it's a yes.
I supposed to say that. I was supposed.
Okay. And Justin, what about number 4?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Viviana, number 5. That's correct. And Anton, the last one.
Number 5, no.
Anthony?
Sorry, teacher, I was muted. The last one.
Don't worry. Uh-huh.
Eh, okay. Yeah. It is mentioned.
Okay, very well. Do we have any questions?
Nope. No. Let me take a picture, teacher. Mhm. Ready.
We're going to see more things about this reading.
Yes, but it's not for evaluation. Yes, the reading for evaluation, this module is page 48. It's about like an education program, but we're going to read it like next week. Yes, we read it like on Tuesday probably. Okay, so we're going to watch a couple of videos about pronunciation.
Do you have the links of that videos?
Of those videos.
Those videos, sorry.
No.
I say those, but just hear the other.
No, but maybe you can Google them. Yes, because I project the videos from the folders that Intensa gives us. So I don't know if they are on YouTube, but probably yes. Maybe you can look for the name. This one is from Elemental English. So you can Google it like Elemental English SH versus CH. Maybe you can find it like that. Okay, so let's go.
Hey everyone, welcome to elementalenglish.com. Today's lesson is on the difference between the consonant sounds sh and ch, an English pronunciation lesson. Some English language learners, especially native Thai and Spanish speakers, have a hard time distinguishing the sh and ch sounds in English. The sounds are very similar, but they are definitely not the same to a native English speaker. To produce the sh and ch sounds, your lips round a bit, halfway into a pucker. Your top and bottom teeth get close to each other. What's different? When you produce the sh sound, see how long you can hold it for. Here, I'll hold it for about 5 seconds. Now, try to hold the ch sound for that same 5 seconds. Ch. Did you hear that? You can't hold the ch sound after you produce it once. And therein lies the difference between the two sounds. The sh sound requires a flow of air through your teeth, which allows you to hold the sound for a long time. This is probably why the sound is used as a way to say, be quiet in English. Shh. The ch sound is produced with one strong puff of air through the teeth, which is then stopped. Now do you hear the difference? To review, the difference is in the use of air and how long you can hold the sound. Both sounds are voiceless, meaning that the vocal cords do not vibrate when you produce them. Let's practice. Listen and repeat. I'll emphasize the ch and sh sounds more than I normally would so that you can clearly hear the difference. Chin, chin, shine, chime, wash, watch, Chanel, channel, chic, cheek, Note that chic and Chanel are words borrowed from French, so the spelling with CH is actually pronounced sh. Don't forget to subscribe to the Elemental English podcast on iTunes, and if this lesson was helpful to you, feel free to share it with friends and family on Facebook and Twitter.
Okay. Any questions so far? Okay, let's see how long this one is. Okay, 6 minutes. We can watch it. Okay, so we're going to watch this one. This one is more to practice. Okay, so please repeat the words after you hear them. You're going to have like a few seconds to repeat after every word. Okay. This one is more to practice. Okay, so please repeat the words after you hear them. You're going to have like a few seconds to repeat after every word. Okay.
Sheep, cheap. Share, chair. Shoe, chew. Ship, chip. Shock, chalk. Washing, watching. Cash, catch. Wish, which. Mush, much. Leash, leech. She's. She's. Crutch. Chose. Chose. Dish. Dish. Shatter. Shatter. March. March. Cheer. Cheer. Sheet. Sheet. Bash. Bash. Chop. Chop. A challenging profession. Matching shoes. Delicious peaches. She changed. An ocean adventure. A rich politician. A cheap vacation. Future generations. An English TV channel. Cheering section. Fresh cherries. French champagne. Too much sugar. Which shoes? Finish chewing your food. Switch shirts. Each shape. I teach shy students. A Spanish church. Ticklish children.
Okay. Is everything clear with the difference between SH and CH?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Is everything clear with the lesson of today? With the,
Okay.
I agree. I very agree with
my
that.
clock is showing that only a minute left of
Teacher, they are trying to lose time.
You are not here at 6:15, so only Adriana was here at 6:15, so you cannot complain about it.
I'm
I'm sorry. Okay, so Alfredo, can you read the first column?
No.
Nice.
Okay.
And the attendance, you're not going to take attendance.
At 8:30, yes.
We only
At 8:30.
Teacher, how intensive are you, teacher?
They pay me to be.
I thought that teacher Andres was intensive.
Well, at the beginning, shy, sharp, shit, shine, shoot, short, shirt, sugar, shape, shower, shelf, shirt,
Shadow.
shadow, chef, shoot,
Okay, that's fine.
chauffeur.
Thank you, Alfredo.
You're welcome. You can take list now.
Yes, I'm going to.
I was thinking that it was a joke.
No, I have to take attendance until the end. That's the rule. It's Adriana Arias was here, right? Adriana Sanchez didn't come. Alfredo. Andre didn't come.
By the minimum.
Anthony.
Dear teacher.
Ashley.
Here.
Justin.
Here.
Karen.
Here and bye.
Natasha didn't come. Justin didn't come. Sophia. And Diana. Okay. So guys, see you on Monday. Have a good weekend. Good night.
I'm here, teacher. Okay, teacher. Thank you. Good night.